Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced Junior stream. The Junior is just because he's Joey and I'm Richard, but we're going to say our names again in just a second. And as you might have noticed, it's a Richard stream, so please forgive technical difficulties. Vivian has this all figured out. Vivian's not here today. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at JWonder on the MakeCode forum. I am here today, just to clarify.
Yes, thank you, Joey, for clarifying. All right, and today we're working on making Zelda. I think we're gonna make a Zelda. You know, it's gotta be easy, right? We'll just knock it out one stream.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, we'll just knock it out. Okay, and so you might have seen I already got a tile set. I actually made this tile set like I don't know, over a year ago, like 2 years ago or something. And I never put it into Arcade. So I did that today, and everything's out of order right now. So I'm just like, right now I'm just copying and pasting all of these things around so that I can copy and paste them easily later. But so just forgive me for a few seconds while I do this. By the way, I will post the link to this later. I might go in and fix it up. But you know, feel free to use the style set if you're so inclined. It only uses 3 colors. Dude, where's the tile I'm looking for? All right. Well, we're pretty. Oh, here we go.
Or it's right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So this is like the interior of a room, and then I've got another house that I want to get out real quick, and then I will go to coding. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I used a tool to import all of this stuff, and that is why it's all like super out of order. And I tried to get it all done before stream, but it took a while.
I mean, you also had to split it up into different sections, which makes it even harder to find.
It's true. Yeah. So the reason I had to split it up into different sections is because we have a bug in our UI right now, which is that if you have too many tiles, it just kind of like goes and goes and goes, and you can't see where any of your tiles are anymore, which is no fun.
Yeah. Next release will probably just like cap it at 5 and then make it scroll the bubbles or something.
Something like that. Oh man, I didn't do this house right at all. I forgot it had a window. Okay, we've got enough stuff to start, so let's go ahead and go. So the idea behind this tile set was I wanted something that was Zelda-y and specifically kind of inspired by Link's Awakening, which is a great game for the Game Boy Color. Also great Oracle of Age, Oracle's Seasons. And so I think it's natural to use this to make a Zelda game. And so what I've done here is just kind of copy and paste all of the like composite tiles so that I can just put these down in the world. Later, I might do a few more. I've also got like a bunch of like stuff for the outside, so like rocks and things. But I'm not gonna grab that just yet. Yeah, so I've got all these all of this like terrain, which is supposed to be used in a specific way. But I'll grab all of that later. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna do a Zelda game, and our protagonist is gonna be, you guessed it, it's gonna be a mouse. We're staying in my wheelhouse today. Jerry, do you want to draw me an enemy?
An enemy. Let's see what an out maps enemy looks like. 16 by 16?
Yeah. But you know, if you have to go outside. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Okay.
We're gonna probably be giving all of the enemies their own little like behaviors, so there's probably gonna be. It probably doesn't matter if the size is different. And do an outline because we've only got 3 colors.
Okay. It's white, black, and tan.
Yep. It's actually, I drew this originally with white, black, and gold, but we don't have gold in our palette. That's how you can tell that I did this like, before, like a really long time ago. But I forgot. Well, I like imported it in, and it looked okay with the tan, because tan was just the closest thing to gold in our palette. And so I was like, okay, I'll keep this. It's not that bad.
Ooh, we just got a request in the chat to add parameters to functions of type any. Just fortuitous timing when we were discussing that earlier.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today. I think we're planning on doing it, but we haven't talked to the whole team yet, so that might change.
We'll see.
Okay, there's a mouse. Let's give him an outline. Outline won't be seen most of the time because our background is primarily black, but it's good to have a background for if we do things like start going in those interior tiles that I had, which have which aren't black. If we didn't have a background, it would be very difficult to see our character.
Ooh, we got a request. Is it all right to use the tiles for their own personal project when you make a forum post about it? Let me answer.
Absolutely. Okay, I made my mouse a little bit too big, but it's fine. All right. So we're gonna do a move my sprite with buttons, and so we can move our little mouse around. Yay! I'm not gonna animate him because we don't have all day, but I'll animate him later. And let's see. I want to make his head a little thicker. Not that much. No. That's no good. There, something more like that. Yeah, it's better. See, because I have an outline, you can even see him when he's up against this wall and stuff, which is nice. But down here, you can't see the outline at all, which is good. Okay, so what goes into a Zelda? Joey?
Slashy.
Slashy, yes. So we're gonna have a sword. We're gonna attack things.
Oh, and breaking pots and attacking chickens.
We might get to breaking pots and attacking chickens. I do want to, like I said, I've been on kind of like a picking up and putting stuff down kick recently. I did it in the last game too, so we might get that in there. But I definitely can't animate that live. So, and then the other thing is that in the Zelda games that, well, all of the games are good, but the Zelda games I really have fond memories for are the Game Boy ones. They move one screen at a time, just like the original Zelda. So we're gonna be doing that too. We did in our minute game, and we're going to do it here too. So let's code that up real quick. I've already coded it before, so hopefully I can just speed through it. So to do this, we're going to define our world, and we're going to do it as an array of arrays. Before I go much further, though, I need to go ahead and add an extension. I need to add the tilemaps extension, because if you want to put tilemaps in an array, you need to have the tilemaps extension. All right. So with the tilemaps extension, we now have these tilemap blocks. Like I said, I can put in an array. And we're going to make our array just like big enough to have like a few different rows in it. Now we're going to get some empty arrays and put them in here. And, plus them up so that they have a bunch of empty slots. And this will do for now. We're not going to fill all these in, but we'll fill in a few just to get started so we can make sure we can test our stuff. So I'm going to go into tile maps, and I'm going to grab a different one of these for each one. Now, it's important that I grab a different one because I'm going to actually, let's do it a little differently today. That'll be fun. So instead of doing before, like dragging all of these out and then authoring them independently, I'm actually just going to do 3 of these like this. I'm going to duplicate this around, and we're going to make our assets in the asset editor. I would usually do things, but it's kind of a better workflow. I'm just like stuck in my old ways. It's really nice also because it'll let us reuse certain ones, which is good. All right, so we're gonna go over to the asset editor. So in this asset editor, you can see I've got all of these levels. These are all of the ones from those blocks that I dragged out. Oh, actually, I guess if you copy and paste a blank one, you do actually get a copy. You do actually get a new asset.
Oh.
Yeah, I coded that.
Nice.
Good job, me. All right, so I guess we don't need to do this. I'll just go back to blocks. Okay, so we've got 15 tile maps here. Let's go ahead and just get some like one for us to start in. So I'm going to go into the gallery and go to my overworld, which is what I named this extension. And we're just going to use this black tile for our background. And we want to make sure that our assets are the right size because we want our maps to be one screen. So to do that, our screen is 160 by 120. Our tiles are 16 by 16. And that means that our tile map should be 10 because 10 times 16 is 160. And then let's see, what times 16 is 8? Is it 120?
What times 16 is 120?
Yeah.
15.
It's 8.
No, it's 8.
Yeah, 8 times 16 is actually 128, but it's close enough. We're just gonna have 8 extra pixels down at the bottom. Yeah, I was trying to trick Joey. He was doing the 8 by 8 tile maps.
Mm-hmm. I was distracted looking at this question in chat. Is there any way in which you can create strips of tile maps and stitch them together as the final tile map of a level? So this would be like to make it so you can either have like sections and have like continuous crossing between them. We don't support that right now, but that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it does look like they do actually all reference each other. That's fine. Now we are going to use the asset editor, and that'll be okay. So I'm going to start by doing one of these guys, which is like, this is supposed to be like the entrance to a dungeon. So, whoa, no JavaScript. Go back. We're a block stream. All right, 10 by 8. I'm gonna paste this in here. Cool. All right. It looks like menacing, right? I was going for kind of menacing, kind of like, I don't know, austere.
Somebody evil lives here.
It's just like, you know, it's your run of the mill dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So that's a dungeon. Okay, so let's make another one. We're going to, maybe we'll do one based around that, like these igloo houses. So grab these guys. And then once again, we want to make this 10 by 8. And we're going to have to fix this. Okay, let me delete that. Let me paste again and drag this over. There we go. Now we got both of them. Oh, okay. I want to go and like put in some grass and stuff in here later, make it a little bit more exciting, and then maybe some NPCs or something. But for now, we just want to get this all kind of defined. So we're also going to, I forgot to do the walls on the last one, but I'll do it in a second. So let's go ahead and define our walls on this one. So our walls should be like, we want to make sure that we can like overlap our thing a little bit. So it looks like we're standing up in front of it. So we're just going to do the tops of these. Now let's go back to our other one and we're going to do walls for this guy. Oops, I just broke the rule I just said. There we go. Okay, that's cool. Now let's do, I guess, one more. What should we do for this one? You got any ideas, Joey?
Do we have it inside of a house yet? I forget.
Okay, yeah, we can do it inside of the house. Oh, let me, oh, it's already resized, good.
Oh, and
Okay,
can we
so
have the statue there too? Because I love the statue. I just want the owner of the town to have a statue in his house.
the statue is not going to be in the house. The statue goes outside.
Ah,
But
okay.
we'll do the statue though because I want to do the statue. Yes, this statue is the town founder, of course. I didn't have to tell you guys that. So we're gonna put this guy in here. This is obviously like the center of the town. So we're gonna go and get that path tile, which hopefully I can find. Where are you at, path tile? There you are. And we're just gonna like, it's the center of the town. Paths are going out everywhere. Okay. And to shift this a bit though, because it's a little weird right now. You probably want to go up because the bottom tile is going to be half cut off. And then we also want to make it so that the sky is centered. So we're going to make this a bit bigger. There we go. Should it go like right up against him? Whoops.
I almost feel like if you have a town founder, you should have a bench in front of him.
Oh man, I didn't do a bench sprite, Joey.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something we need to add before this extension goes live.
Yeah. All right, Joey's going to submit a bench sprite to me. Because that's what you get.
Oh, no.
That's what you get for live requesting something. Okay, all right, this is fine. This is fine. We'll just leave it like that. And then we need some maps to like connect to this guy. So let's go ahead. We're going to do another one. So this will be 10 by 8 once again. We want to, I'm just going to head over here. Copy. Whoops, I did not want to paste. Copy. Paste. And I just want to make sure that these like, get out of the wall tool. Okay. I just want to make sure that these paths have something to hook up to. So we're going to do that. And maybe this will like come down and then like come over here. And then we're going to put in one of our houses here. The house that I finished. This one, which is honestly, I'm going to rate my own work, the lesser of the two houses. I wish I had done the other one first.
Oh, I like this house. It's nice and cozy.
It's okay. It's just, it's kind of like, it looks a little like derelict, you know? It's supposed to be like an abandoned house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll nudge this over a bit. We will get rid of that. Okay, cool. But we need to do this one more time. We're going to do a one coming down from the top. And I don't know, we'll put something at the end of here. So let's go back, edit one more. We're going to make this 10 by 8. Paste again. Wall tool. No walls today. Oh, I forgot to do walls in the other one. Oh well. All right. Whoops. Need to know where I'm actually supposed to connect to. Okay, there we go. And this path is going to go to, I guess, an eerily similar house.
A carnival.
I guess I'll do one of these. I've got a lot more tiles, so next time we come back to this, I'm sorry, I said it was going to be one stream, but in actuality, it's going to be more than one stream.
For sure, this is a good one.
When we come back to this, I will have filled out these tile maps a lot more. I would have done it before stream, but I only had the idea to use this old tile map like I don't know, like half an hour ago. Okay, so we've defined our starts of our maps. We're going to go over to back to blocks, and we're going to go into our tile maps now. You can see that these have edited because I edited some of the maps that were just in here by default. And we're going to select these. So I'm going to go into my assets. I'm going to select my dungeon one to be up here. For this one, I'm also going to select the dungeon one because I didn't really do it. I should have done a blank one. Oh, this is like the general one. Here, we'll make a blank one so that we have like stuff to go off in either direction. So I'm going to make this one just all black. Okay. So now for all of the ones that we haven't done anything for yet, I can just do this black one. Okay. Now here, yeah, we'll leave this one as is. Leave that one as is too. This one, we will select our one that's connecting to this. So this one right here. For this one, we will select our one that's connecting to this. So this one right here. Oh, let me do walls while I'm thinking about it. Cool. And then, yeah, all right, so we got a basic world. There's going to be a lot of repeating tile maps right now, but we've got some stuff that we can walk between that at least look interesting. I'm not going to go through and select all those other ones, make it black. Well, I'll do it for like the ones that are in the same row as the one that we actually placed. Cool, okay. So let's do our transitioning between tiles. So what we want to do is we want to make it so that we have some code that runs when we are near. Did I not do walls for this one? I did do walls. Why am I clipping through walls?
Did you start in the walls?
Yeah, but like now I'm out of the walls. Oh no, I'm loading this tile map. Whoops.
Oh.
All right. That explains it. Okay. So we're going to make a function that's going to be load map in direction. I did something weird there. The joys of typing when you have a trackpad. Actually, we'll just do like load map at location, and it's going to take in two numbers, which is going to be column and row. For some reason, when I'm referring to maps of maps or like arrays of images, I always like using column row instead of XY, because that means I can use XY elsewhere in my program to refer to things like, you know, like actual pixel locations. So we're going to use column row. And all this needs to do is it needs to set the tile map at the right column and row. So we're going to go ahead and do this set current tile map to. We're going to go into our arrays. We're going to do a get value at and another get value at. Ooh. And let's give this a good name. Tile map. So we're going to, from our tile map, we're going to get the thing. So what do we put in for this and this? Well, normally you would put X and then Y, right? Because, you know, that's how we usually refer to things. But that isn't actually how it's done here, because if you see, I actually have the rows in an array, and then I have the columns in another array. So we need to reverse it. That's why I always put it in a function so that I don't get confused later and I do it right one time and then it works okay. But so we're going to do row and then column, and we have now done our load map allocation. So yep, that's a little tricky thing. I always have to like go over it in my head and like I always like double correct it, but that's right. Gotta do it like this. Okay. So now we've got that. Let's go ahead and call it. And we're going to start. Yeah, we'll start where we are. Why not? So we'll do load map at location in 0, 0. All right, cool. Nothing happening. A big void. Okay. So one other thing we want to do is we want to have a variable that's storing our current location. So I'm actually going to go into these variables. I'm going to do current column. And we're going to set that to be column. And I need another one called current row. put current row here. And now we can use that elsewhere. And the where we want to do it is, so basically we want to switch tile maps whenever we're close to the edge. So whenever our left is like at the very edge, or our top is at the very edge, or our right or our bottom, then we want to transition. And we can be pretty precise about that because you can get like right up to the edge. So we can just see if like our top pixel is at 0. If that happens, that means we should go up. So to do that, we're going to do an on-game update so that we can just constantly be checking this. And we're going to, let me give our, this is a hero's journey. That's what Zelda games are all about. So we're going to do logic. We're going to do, he's a mouse with a sword, like Martin the Warrior. I wish Shannon was here to reminisce about Redwall with us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we want to check our hero's top. And if it is less than 1, then we want to move up. So I probably shouldn't have done top first because we don't have a thing up there, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to call load map at location, but what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are actually loading in the, like we have something in that direction. So to do that, because we're changing row, all we need to do is check our current row and see if it is greater than 0. Because if it's at 0, that means there can't possibly be anything up top because we are at the top row. So we're going to do an and here. We're going to put this right here. We're going to do another comparison. Change this to be greater than, change this to be 0, and change this to be current row. So top is less than 1 and current row is greater than 0, and we are going to load our map at location. And for that, that's why we created these variables. We're just going to do the current column, so right there. And then we're going to do the current row -1. All right, and now we're going to do this 4 more times, pretty much.
I guess eventually we could do something cute with like a turn ghost on temporarily, make it go up 12 pixels with a movement animation, and then switch.
Yeah. Let's see, turn ghost on. Oh.
So that like it looks like you're going through the boundary instead of.
Would that get annoying?
If you did it fast enough.
It's interesting. We might do that, yeah. So we want to do if the bottom is greater than 119 and the current row is less than, we want to do our rows dot length -1, right? Yeah, -1.
Is 119 right? Because the bottom most pixel will be 1. I guess it doesn't matter. So the tiles
yeah, no,
are.
I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't care about the ones that are off screen. I want it to act exactly the same as all the other edges.
Oh, I know. I meant the. Technically, the bottom most pixel is 119, and you have 1 pixel of padding on the top, right? So 118.
You're right. This is why we do this in pairs. Well, actually, we usually have more than 2 people, but you guys wanted a
pair programming
stream. You get a junior stream.
Advanced juniors.
Yeah. Okay, so this we want it to be our tile map. And I change this to be a -1, and then we want to change this to be +1, and now we can move down. And this one we can actually test. Down, whoa, up, whoa, down, whoa, up, whoa. Obviously that didn't look quite right because we've got one other thing that we have to do, which is make sure that we're positioned at the right place. The other thing that you can't really tell right now, but is actually happening, is I am teleporting between all of our maps right now because I am going down and I'm staying down and I'm just going all the way down to the bottom. But because all the maps the same, it's not really obvious. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll do our left, right, and then we're going to fix that positioning thing so that we're at the right position. So let's go ahead and change this one to be our left. We'll do left first. So if left is less than 1 and our current column is greater than 0, then we're going to make current row the same and make current column -1. Okay, and now for this one, we're going to do if our right is greater than 158 and our current column is less than length of, and so I'm just making a promise right now that we're going to always have the same number of columns in each of these rows. That might not be the case, right? Because, you know, I could do this, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to check the first row and use the length of that. Oh, whoops, I don't want a length block. I want to get at. There we go. So we want to do the length of the tile map array, get value at 0, which will give us our first row. And we want to make sure that we are not going beyond that. And now let's go ahead and switch our math around. So we'll change this to be +1, change this to be current column, change this to be current row. And now we can see that thing I was talking about. So I'm going to move over to the right and, oh man, wow, I didn't move. Huh. To the left, oh man, I didn't move. No, actually I did move. I just skipped over that other one. I was there. And if I were to change this to be, you know, like this tile map. Oh, or I made a mistake.
Say hero. Is the equality flipped? Yeah, the equality is flipped. Current column greater than length.
Correct. Okay, well, now if I go over, bam, I'm at the last tile in the row. We skipped over that middle one. You saw it flash there for a second if my frame rate is good enough. But yeah, so we don't want that. Obviously, that's no good. So to fix that, we are going to go into our on-game update. And while we're doing this move, so we've already checked to make sure all of these are valid moves. So all we really need to do is place it so that the left or top or bottom is where it should be. So we can just get a set property block for our hero. And we want to set them so that they're just out of range of these comparisons. So we're going to set the hero's top. So this is our top is less than 1. So we want to set our bottom. And we're going to set that to be 118, which should not trip this because we are doing greater than. Now for this one, we're going to set our top to 1. And for this one, we're going to set our our right to be 158. And then for this last one, we're going to set our left to be 1. Yay! We can walk around our town. All right, there's a problem with this though. I'm going to get to there in just a second. Okay, so I'm now going to walk to the right, which is where our dungeon is, and yay, I can clip through walls. Now I can go anywhere. Oh man, some weird stuff happened because yeah, so we can clip through walls right now if there's a wall on the edge of our map. And so we need to check to see if there's a wall on the edge of the map that we're going to, which is actually kind of tough to do. I don't know if there's is there a way to do this?
Can we load the map, try and we can check the flags and see if it's clipping now and then move it back? That's not good.
Yeah, it's not the best.
You can't do that in blocks. Do we have it is wall at?
I can do it in blocks, can't I? We have an as well at, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I meant check the flags as in check the sprite flag. If it's, I mean, we don't have a get sprite flag.
Yeah.
But checking
Can't
the
do
wall is better anyway.
It's gonna be kind of weird once we start having sprites in the tile maps.
This is fine. We can make it so it only spawns the sprites after successfully switching. Or because we're gonna use an is loaded event. Never mind.
Maybe we shouldn't use an is loaded event. Maybe we should make a try load function.
Yeah.
And then it will try its best, and then flip it back if it. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, so let's make a function. We're gonna do a try load map at location. We're going to pass in a column. We're going to pass in a row. And what this is going to do is it is going to try to load the map at the location. It's going to check the location of our sprite. And if it's not valid, it's going to move back and resets the location, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And I guess if it is valid, it will do whatever we would have done in onload.
If it is valid, we'll do whatever. Yes. So we'll probably put another function for that because I don't know how long this one's going to get. We'll see. All right, so we're going to do column load map at location. But instead of doing this math, we're just going to pass in our column and row. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a logic if. We're going to go into scene and do an is wall. I want the other one. Tile at location is wall. We're going to get the location of our sprite. Change this to be hero. And if it is, then we are going to load map at location, but we're going to use our oh no. We're going to edit this function. We're going to pass in two more ones, which is old column, old row, because I don't want to make variables for this. Our load map at location sets current map column and current row. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to load that and we're going to return something. So let's go into functions. We're going to call return and we're going to return false because we did not load it. And then outside of here, we did load it. So we're going to do return true. What's up?
I guess one thing we should think of is that we probably want to place it exactly on the position, like do a set position, place on tile, because we want it to be centered on that tile, because otherwise it might be larger, or it might be like halfway into another tile that won't be checked for a wall. Like grid align it.
Yeah. But I don't want it to do that if it because we need to undo it,
Yeah, right.
So what I'm thinking about right now is Joey said that we want to grid align it so that we can do this check more accurately, which I think is the right thing to do. But we don't want to grid align it if we end up going back to the original map if we don't do anything. So in that case, we need to store our old X and old Y, and I don't really want to do that. I'm trying to think of a clever way to do this. Okay, I know what to do. All right, I've got an idea. We're going to create a sprite. Wally. No, I'm going to give it a good name. Wall tester. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this one to get the proper location. And if the location is good, then we are going to align our hero to its current location. So let's go ahead. We're going to add a new kind for this, which is wall tester. You? Yeah, okay, cool. It is cool with that. And I'll never understand why sometimes it tells us you can't do a thing because the variable name is already used.
Was the capitalization different?
Yes.
Okay, that's why.
That could be it. Yeah, okay. So we got our wall tester. So what we want to do now is we need to, basically, we're going to set our wall tester position to be the hero's position. So we're going to do set wall tester. And this one's getting more into the weeds than I thought it would. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was going to be
much for our junior stream.
Yeah. Well, like we said, it's just junior because our initials are JR. It's not because this is actually like junior content. We do the advanced stuff that other people are scared to do. Okay, so we're going to set the position. We're going to do the, oh, wait, I don't need to do this.
You don't.
No, I don't. So if tile at location of hero is wall, then we'll just set them at their location down here at the bottom because we're already know for.
Yeah.
All right, we're back on track. There we go. Okay.
Okay, and we're gonna have to move them in the.
Yeah. So I'm going to do the moving and unmoving here.
Okay.
Okay, so now we want to call our new function. So I'm going to be using if statements in here. I'm going to go into functions and I'm going to call this try load map location. I'm going to just pass these guys up, and then I'm going to put in our current row and current column for this one. Okay, now inside here, so before we call this, we're going to set our bottom, and then if it is no good, then we are going to set our bottom, our top back to 1.
Okay. Try load map returns
We'll set our
true
top.
if it failed and false otherwise.
No, it does the opposite.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay. So, all right, we got this going. Now let's, have some fun watching me copy and paste stuff.
Nice.
Okay, get rid of this. Oh, I should have kept part of that. Okay, so this one is where things get tricky. We need to put this over here, put this over here, make this negative, put this here. And then we need to, over here, set our right to be 158. Otherwise, we will set our left to be 1 if we do not transition. And now we just got one more, almost there. All right, let's try it. Okay. All right. Something's not right here.
Can you go back down to the function? It looks like it's opposite. tile location. No? Okay, that looks right.
No, actually, it worked correctly when I was going right because if you looked, my aligned position was
Yeah.
like,
But now it's
correct.
not letting you go back.
Yeah. Oh, did I just mess up? Did I just mess up left?
Okay, that would be fair.
Yeah, I just messed up left, I guess. If left is less than 1 and current column is greater than 0, set hero right to 158. Try loading current column -1, current row, and then set left to 1.
157? No.
Is it 157?
No, it's 158 should be right, I think.
Why can't I go left? And why is it like aligning me?
Can you put like a sprite say into the left if thing so we can just quickly check if it's actually getting in there and it's just the check is wrong?
Maybe I should set it to 2, actually, because it seems what's happening is there's like an off by 1 thing. Okay, looks good. Yeah, okay, so there's definitely something weird going on here. All right, where did you want me to put it?
Just make sure it's getting into this the outer if check on this one. So the if hero left less than 1.
Oh, it definitely is because so you probably can't tell, but what so
Oh, is it jittering?
It's like, so it's aligning me to my position now.
Oh, okay.
You see, like it's angry at me.
Yeah, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
So it looks like it thinks it is transitioning, but it's not loading the map and it's not putting me at the right location. So it seems like it's transitioning and then transitioning back. So if that's the case, then what would be happening is that this should be like 157, I guess, but that doesn't seem right. Nope. Okay. All right. It's sprite say time.
I mean, I guess also equally valid would be debugger and step through this if.
Okay, we'll do it the right way.
I mean, I said sprite say in the first place. On the set,
All right,
right?
yeah. Well, let's go on the inside. Okay. So now I'm going to go over here and bam, you hit it.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to set our right to be 158. Step. Okay. Now we are going to call this try map location with the current column -1, current row, current column, current row. That was good. Step. Okay, we're loading me up at location column row. Step. 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 Okay. So if tile at location of hero is wall, that should be false. Cool. Okay, we're doing place hero on top of location of hero. All right, turn true. And now we go down here, and it's hitting
checking
this.
into there.
Why is
158 grid?
Why?
Can you
Yeah.
Oh, is it? It's coercing it to be a. Oh wait, no. Why is the Y different? Why is the Y?
Why is 70? That looks reasonable.
Yeah.
152, which is.
This is probably a floating point. It's fixed point math dumb thing.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, okay. So to fix this, I should be able to just mess with these numbers. So let's go to debug mode. We're going to change this right to be 150. There, I dare you to not work. I'm going to go over the right. I'm going to go over. Okay, yeah. So all is good now. That's super weird. Okay, so we'll make this. Let's try 157. Nope.
This actually doesn't make. That's
No,
weird.
something weird's happening.
It's like it's missing the right is setting it incorrectly. No, because the X position was right. 152 is the right value for that. If it's 16 by 16.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Place hero on top of location of hero.
Ah.
No.
Can we make it 158.5? And then like 0.5s?
This is dumb, but I'm just going to set the. We're just going to do an else here, and we're going to do set right to 158 to fix it.
Why didn't the does the same thing happen with top? Why doesn't the same thing happen with top? Whatever. It's just.
It could just be my sprite somehow. I don't know. Or something with hitboxes? I don't know.
The left and right are based off of the image size, though, not the hitbox.
I see.
Is the sprite?
Well, so now
tall?
if I try to go over here, look, I can't go in. Now if I go down here, now I'm in. Cool. All right, we fixed it. This is a problem that was in our minute game. I just chose to design my maps around it.
Can I see the sprite for the mouse again? I vaguely remember you saying something about it being slightly big.
Oh, I didn't make it bigger than 16 by 16.
Okay.
No, it just goes off a bit.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got our map walking around that thing going. That's like the first part of a Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to make it so that it doesn't get all weird when you go down into a corner.
Well, that would be what the transition is for, right? Because it has a half-second delay.
It's still maybe we should like if you go in the corner, we should like move you over a bit. We should like nudge you away from the side. This is weird right now.
Oh, does it always do two at once?
It's like, well, no, it's not doing two at once, but it looks like it is because I'm holding down the control stick, you know?
Ah.
So I guess the transition would also work here. I mean, I can go into this. Oh, I didn't mark this as wall, I guess. Sounds like me. All right. All right. No, I didn't go through that one. Yeah, okay, cool. We're good. All right. Well, we're kind of out of time here. I thought we would get more done, but yeah. So I'll fill out these tile maps, and then we'll come back to this one, and hopefully we'll get into swords and enemies and stuff. Joey, did you give me an enemy?
I gave you two enemies, a bench, which could also be an enemy in theory, and then Dobix also put an enemy up.
Okay, let me grab those real quick. I do not want to leave those out.
I'll get Dobix's updated enemy and put a PNG or a thing instead of a.
All right, we'll have that one. We'll have that one in the game for next time. We're kind of running out of time now, so.
Okay.
Thank you, Dobix, though. Actually, this is I can see the preview of Dobix's, and that is an enemy that is in Link's Awakening, which we are getting inspired from. So, not really an enemy. He's actually.
Yeah, it's your friend, right? Like you feed it. No, not feed it.
No. So what happens is he's like missing, and you need to get him back for his owner, and then you can like carry him around, and then he eats these plants for you to get into like the swamp dungeon. Sorry, spoilers for Link's Awakening, a game that came out 30 years ago or something.
Then he leaves forever after that, right? Like I vaguely remember that from
yeah.
I wanted him to stay forever and be my friend, but he's not. It was sad.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go into sprites. We're gonna paste this guy. Whoops. No pink dot. Nick. Aw, I like him.
Yes, Nick.
All right, we got one more.
So I'll say the next one I tried to draw, if you see it, is I attempted to make it a frog, but then the tan makes it look 100% like a rabbit. So it's up to you what it is. They're kind of the same thing anyway, right? They both hop.
Does look like a rabbit. I like it. Okay, and then we got a bench. We gotta make this one wider. 32, I believe. Nice. I like it. All right, I'll put this into the tile set too. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll probably be working on this again tomorrow because Vivian's still out. So it'll be me driving again. So tune in tomorrow to watch us make more Zelda stuff. And hopefully we'll have a much nicer tile map. You know, and we're gonna have a grand old time. When you got me and Joey in the mix, it's gonna be a grand old time. I'm Richard.
Plus we want to make
Richard on the Make Code forum. Sorry, what were you
sword
saying?
mechanics anyway. I'm excited for the sword mechanics. I'm Joey at JWanderall on the MakeCode forums. And wait, there's one more person in the call, right? So who's that last one, Richard?
Sorry, who's the last one?
I had to admit them today.
Oh, what, the stream computer?
Yeah, you gotta.
Oh yeah.
You gotta represent them.
There's also the stream computer who joined the call who they can't see, but is my computer, which is doing the actual streaming. I'm coding on my laptop. All right. Well, tune in tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, we're gonna do sword mechanics. Which have we ever done that?
We've done them once or twice, but I still am not sure how we like to do them.
Yeah.
I think we do like a floating sword before, so I'll see what we do this time.
Okay, we'll figure something out. It's gonna be fun. All right. See ya.